This is Pear Shaped in Dystopia. On a Wednesday night at 8:30. Once a month, yes, it's Pear Shaped. And we hope you'll come to see us and don't be late. Pear Shaped is just a fiver to come in. And we hope you'll be coming back again to Pear Shaped in Dystopia. On a Wednesday night at 8:30.
On the first Christmas lockdown, Boris sent to me 12 people mixing, 11 people unsure, 10 people who'll definitely do it, 9 people who really won't, 8 people making their own decisions, 7 accidental contaminations, 6 people who were locked up anyway, 5 potential vaccine, 4 the future free. At last to be together, but whatever, Christmas won't be carefree. So let's hope the partridge doesn't become a turkey. Merry Christmas.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pear Shaped in Dystopia. 1 year anniversary. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have music, we have jokes, we have COVID.
Yes.
We have everything, ladies and gentlemen. Everything a woman could want. That's right, isn't it? Yes, everything.
Have we?
Yes.
Okay.
That was Robert White. I'm Brian, actually. That was Robert White, but I'm still Brian. And this is Krysstal, my glamorous assistant. And we're it's a whole year since we started doing this. About halfway through, I was considering suicide and decided against it. I thought, no, I'll carry on for a little bit longer. And we went monthly. And
Thanks, Dave.
Feel so much better.
Dave says happy birthday.
Oh, thank you very much, Dave. That's very nice of you, Mr. Moose. But I was saying something. I'm distracted now. When you get to a certain age, you get these blank spots, and it's now normally if I had an audience, somebody would have said something else, and then I would have said blank spots, and they might have even laughed. But that's what I like about this show. Is it's like if you ever really wanted to be alone, this is the place to do it.
Yeah.
It's lovely. The silence.
It's laughter-free comedy.
Yeah, you don't have people laughing all the time. Oh, that's funny. What do you think? Did you think that was funny? I thought it was funny.
Hang on a minute.
What?
If there is no laughter, is it comedy?
It is. Yes.
Because it's like if a tree falls in the forest and
I love this analogy. My God,
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if there's no laughter, is it comedy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, just checking.
If a tree falls in the woods, that's not comedy. If it
No, but
trips
there's
on a
nobody here to
banana
hear it.
skin, that's comedy.
Mm. But is it?
Isn't it?
If nobody sees it, it's not funny, is it?
What isn't?
A tree slipping on a banana skin.
Yeah, no, it's funny because
But nobody sees it, it's not funny.
the dicky birds would see it, and the wild animals
They've
would
got
see
no
it.
sense of humour.
That's what you think. You want to hear what they say about you.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
Right. So, shall we introduce the other staff members?
I think we should. Yes. Well, our one of our MCs, our MC proper, can't be here tonight because he's got a life and a job, so he can't be here. But we're very lucky. We have somebody who has no life and no job to replace him. Ladies and gentlemen, Dickie Richards. Dickie Richards. This is Dickie.
Hello.
I have no life and no job.
Life, no
And,
job, no future.
No future, no past.
Nothing to
future.
look forward to.
Nothing to look forward to. And interesting what you're saying there about the tree. What happens if a man falls over in the woods?
Don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's something to ponder.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
It depends how old he is if he can get up again.
Yeah.
Apparently, the secret of improvisation is to agree to everything. You know. So yeah,
That's right.
you're right there.
That's
Dickie.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right,
that's
Brian.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, you just go along with everything. You don't say no, that's bollocks.
I didn't
that's
know
right.
you said no, it's bollocks.
I never said anybody said it was bollocks. I'm just saying that if you did that,
Yeah, I agree with Brian and Krysstal.
Yeah,
we all agree.
Can you turn that up a little bit because I can't hear very much? Can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear everything. Okay.
You can.
Oh yes.
Sorry.
Unfortunately. Right. Shall we introduce our remaining staff member?
Our remaining staff member is Al Mandolino, and you'll never guess what instrument he plays. Correct. Mouth organ.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Al Mandolino, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And me and Al, we get on really well. We get on so well that I let him play the mandolin while I'm speaking. You know, I don't get in the slightest bit annoyed. Do I, Al?
No.
No, he just sort of twiddles away, you know. And,
Is it twiddling or is it strumming or is it plucking?
Harmonica. Looking for a
very
note.
plucky,
any
yeah.
note. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
You scaled the heights there, Al.
Got one in there.
You gave that a good pluck, didn't you?
Yeah. Set that one up, didn't I?
Yeah. Giving it a good pluck.
Leave him alone, Dickie. He's highly strung. And we do have a couple of more guests for you, ladies and gentlemen. One of them we will be introducing to in a moment, and another one we shall be introducing to at another moment, with a little help from Dickie Richards. Yeah.
Yes.
So I know we've had a special request for a romantic song.
Yes, because it's the Valentine's month, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Oh, isn't that a pain in the arse?
And we won't be here on the 14th, so we've got to do it now. So it's a beautiful song.
A beautiful love song.
Written by a member of the audience that isn't here. Like the tree falling over in the woods. They're not here. So,
hair, I can't.
but what? What?
There's a bit of hair sticking out. That's it.
All right.
No,
Beautiful song, ladies and gentlemen.
Go.
All right.
Don't let me interfere with your
I won't.
singing. And
All right. You can talk. You can talk while I'm starting to play.
Yeah.
All right. Who do you think you are, Al Mandolino? As a skunk on the night that I met her.
He was pissed as a parrot.
And she was no better.
I wanted his body.
I'm a bloke, so I'll let her. It's a night that I'll never
forget. I flagged down a taxi.
And soon I was lying
face down on a bed.
Convinced I was dying.
Too pissed to resist
The knots she was tying. It's a night that I'll never
forget.
It's a night that I'll never forget. I was filled with much more than regret.
Just imagine his shock
when she strapped on. Can't remember the next bit. It's a night that I'll never forget. It's a night that I'll never forget.
Lovely, isn't it?
That's one for the trees. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to present to you the very first actor of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dickie Dido, plumber to the stars. Thank you.
Well, well, do you know what? It's first of all, I just want to say happy birthday. Happy birthday. You've been doing this for a year now. You know, I mean, it was once a week at one time, was it? I think it was. Yeah. Oh, you know, it's fabulous, isn't it? And obviously, I was going to tell a few jokes. We've all been locked away. I can see myself in the bloody screen. It's very annoying. And I forgot my joke book today, so everyone will be pleased about that. With it being the birthday, I mean, as you know, some of you may know, some of you when the gig ever goes to shit like it is now. I say gig, I'll use the loosest terms. I always bring the guitar just in case. So this next song, hopefully you'll be able to hear everything. I thought, you know what? Are we all right with that? We can hear that nicely.
Yeah, that's nice.
I do apologise in advance. Oh, here we go. Pear shaped in dystopia, it is a bag of shit. If you're really lucky, you might see Krysstal's tips. One's called Mandolin Man. What? It's for the kids. It's for the kids. One's called Mandolin Man. One's called Dickie Richards. Fake background. The other one's called Cole. He's in America. Nobody knows why. So won't you sing with me? It's Pear Shaped Dystopia. Come along and watch, please, because nobody else does. Pear Shaped Dystopia, we love you very much. Especially when Dickie's on. Pear Shaped and Dystopia. We should make this always go along. I didn't write this before, you know. Here's a lot of shit. But I don't care at all, because I'm on now and again and a bit. I've got some jokes as well, don't worry. I've left them in the other room. This is all you're gonna get from me tonight. Mum and Dad used to have a brew. That's it. Hey, listen, now, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I am a plumber to the rich and famous. Got lots of famous clients, all the old jokes, and got loads of famous clients. My latest client was, I can't remember the name, but don't worry, they're not very famous then, are they? Probably, possibly. I used to be an ice creamaholic, and I've been suffering for many years, struggling, you know, with a lot of ice cream in the house. I thought, I've got to stop. And my two sons, they helped me through it all, you know, and they are watching tonight, believe it or not. They are watching tonight, and I'd just like to thank them for bringing me through thick and thin, and I'd just like to thank them openly and say to them, Ben, Jerry, thanks, lads. Thanks very much. Also, I'm dyslexic comedian. Use that word lightly. Dyslexic. No, but I'm dyslexic comedian. I've suffered a long time, you know, over the years. I mean, I still don't know. You know, well, hang on. Let's bring a bit more info in first. I used to struggle at school. You see, mathematics, English, all those used to struggle with. And I still don't know how many angels there are in a triangle. Still, to this day. No, yeah. It's thinking man's stuff, right, most of it. How many dyslexics does it take to screw in a light bulb? Any ideas? 2. One to hold the labber, the other to screw in the bulb. So that's all from me, but it's been a wonderful audience. Stay tuned. It's going to get much worse than this. Much worse than this. How long to do? I'll keep going.
There he was, and ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Dickie Dido. Wasn't he fantastic, ladies and gentlemen? Dickie Dido. Yes, Dickie Dido, there he was. And yes, Brian and Krysstal mentioned earlier that I don't have a life, really. Not much going on. But I had quite a bad start to Monday because in the morning my phone went off and I answered it, and this gruff voice said at the other end, "I'm going to cut your left ear off." So I just thought, oh, it's a crank caller. Anyway, a few hours later, the phone went off, and another gruff voice said, "I'm going to cut your right ear off." So I didn't think much more of it. Anyway, later on that afternoon, the phone went off, and this gruff voice said, "I'm going to cut both your ears off." So I phoned the police and told them I was getting death threats.
Hey!
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, and now, prepare yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, for 2 minutes of Pat and Math.
Hey!
Hi, Sean.
Catherine, hello. And kumbaya to you all, as we welcome you to another 2 mins of Pat and Math. Now then, Catherine, what's today's question?
Well, today's question has actually been sent in by all of the employees at Shirley Signs, and they would like to know, is the Bermuda Triangle real?
Okay. I mean, I've always assumed it is, because how else could there be a song about it?
Well, I mean, there's songs about things that aren't real.
Like what?
Ruby by the Kaiser Chiefs.
Yeah, she's real.
What?
There you go. Now, my uncle actually set out to explore this question, is the Bermuda Triangle real? And he went there to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he never came back, so I don't know.
Are you sure he didn't just leave you like everyone else he loved?
What do you think? Is it real?
No.
Oh.
I believe that there are triangles in Bermuda.
Tax triangles.
What?
Tax triangles. Triangles for tax purposes.
Sure. Like love triangles, but way more boring.
Yeah.
But I just think that people are really forgetful and lose stuff all the time in Bermuda. And they're just like, oh, it's the triangle. Another cargo ship. Bloody triangle.
Don't blame it on the good times.
Don't blame it on the moonlight.
Blame it on Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah. The old saying that they have in Bermuda.
Ladies and Pat and Matt. And now, on our theme of Valentine,
Love.
There's love, yes. Our Valentine theme, another beautiful song from somewhere up north. You're a lovely, 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 lovely lady. Just the kind of girl I'm looking for. If you ever decide you want to have a baby, I'll be round there knocking at your door. You've always been a lovely, lovely neighbour. See you when I'm working in me shed. Don't you worry about me wife, I know she's still alive, but I'm the kind of man who likes to plan ahead.
I've often seen you sniffing round me back door.
Oh, yes,
I notice when you're polishing your tools.
that's me.
You seem to be a lovely, lovely person.
Oh, yes.
But then I've always been a bit of a fool.
Well, you're a lady, aren't you?
You must know that I have a little husband.
He's tiny.
I have to say I think it's time he went.
So do I.
It would really ease me mind if you be ever so kind, 'cause you're a lovely, 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 lovely gent. Baking.
I've heard you're very masterful at baking.
I am.
I'm partial to a bit of spotted dick.
Me too. You'll have to nibble on me flaky pastry.
Oh, yes.
They say me sausage rolls pack quite a kick.
So I've heard.
I'm sure that you can help me with me husband.
And I'm certain you can help me with me wife.
If they should accidentally die, I could pop them in a pie. They'll have never tasted better in their lives.
Bastards.
We could be so happy in the future.
Though I've never been one for too much sentiment.
But I'm a lovely, 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 lovely lady. And you're a lovely, 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 lovely gent. Yes, I'm a lovely, 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 lovely lady. And you're a lovely, 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 lovely gent.
Another beautiful song for a beautiful woman.
But not me. A fictional one.
Yes, the woman, my imaginary girlfriend, has a diaphanous blouse that is absolutely everything to the imagination. Her name I know not.
You've gone all flowery. All flowery.
You probably won't believe this, but it's absolutely true. I'm a fucking poet. Oopie doopie doo. Anyone can do it if you got the time to spare. All you need is a pen and pad and some fucking stuff up here. Find yourself a dictionary with loads of words and that, cut 'em up and chuck 'em out and stick 'em in a hat. I can't remember it either, can you?
And then it's something about, but it helps if they rhyme, but
it helps if they rhyme, otherwise your times will be all over the place like a mad woman's shit, as Les Patterson once said, and it won't scan.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fucking ruined it, really, isn't it, at the end?
Yeah, but that's
all right.
generally speaking how our act runs.
Yeah, it looks promising.
And then it
until
sort of
it gets
fizzles
going.
out.
Yeah, all right. So I think it's probably time.
It's time for a rant.
For go on.
A rant from someone we know.
Yeah, someone we know, a friend
close
of the pair.
Close to us.
Yeah.
Hello, Krysstal here. I've got a confession to make. I'm vegetarian. In fact, it's worse than that. I'm vegan, which is like a vegetarian, but, less lettuce. Anyway, I have been this way since 1989. Yeah, I know. I mean, they didn't even have the term vegan in those days. They were sort of non-lacto vegetarian without eggs or something. I don't know. Vegan came in much later. And I'm not a pushy one, right? I'm not trying to convert you. I'm not saying you can't eat meat. I don't want to talk about it. I really don't. In fact, all through the early 2000s, it was like, oh, you're vegan, are you? What do you eat? Well, I eat fucking food, all right? I just don't eat flesh or dairy or eggs. It's not that complicated. I have been quite happy all this time, right? Just, eating me fruit, me veg, me legumes, me nuts, bit of tofu. It's fine. So now everybody's talking about it. Everybody, they've got Veganuary, right? Greg's are even making fucking vegan sausage rolls. I don't like sausage rolls. I don't want a vegan one. Alright. And then there's not bacon, there's false chicken, pretend ham, beef, corn, mince. It's disgusting. I don't know how Mo Farah does it. He's skinny and he probably doesn't eat that much of it. But it doesn't taste nice, okay? And it's all full of chemicals. It's full of salt, sugar, preservatives. You might as well just go and have the bloody flesh fresh. It'd be healthier for you, wouldn't it? So, if you're going to be a vegan, great, come and join us. But be a proper vegan, otherwise fuck off. Don't you hijack our healthy choice for these poxy proxies. Yeah. I feel better now. Got it off my chest. Bye.
Yeah.
There she was, ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Krysstal, talking about vegans. Vegans. Now, I hate Krista Burr, but I love his brother Rupert. I'm a big fan of the vegan country and western singer, Couscous Stofferson. But my favourite is the fake opera singer, Placebo Domingo. So now, ladies and gentlemen, a real musician. Here he is. Please welcome Mr. Al Mandolino.
Oh, right, that's me now, is it? Well, this doesn't bear any resemblance at all to the set list that I was given. What the dickens is going on?
I've changed it. I changed it about 2 minutes before we started.
Right, well, the first thing I was expecting Burns Night this last week. I was all set up to do Burns Night. And the gig got pulled, didn't it? Here we are a week later.
Yeah.
So, anyway, but what happened last month, it was so successful having Leonard in the equation, wasn't it? Leonard Cohen in the car park in Los Angeles. There we are, yeah? Remember Leonard last month? Yeah?
I remember.
Well, we had a big party here last week. We thought we were going to be live on Pear Shaped, but no, because the gig got pulled. But we had a good time anyway. And here's Leonard, with the Tam O'Shanter from Burns Night, yeah?
Love it.
And we had such a good time that I'm afraid I've lost Leonard's teeth, so I can't do the visual gag where his mouth goes up and down because I've lost his teeth. But we've been working at it, and Brian did mention last week as well that we could have had somebody else in the car park in Los Angeles, which we did the car park because Cole wasn't here, but Cole's here this week. So, but we've still got the car park. So, I'd like to bring on our special guest for this evening, and this is where I wanted Brian to keep his mic on. So please make a lot of noise and welcome the man himself, the king of rock and roll, Elvis. Yeah, how about that, eh? Yeah, check it out, Elvis. Yeah, look. Okay, right. Let's get this party started, okay? Right, Elvis, get your mic. Here you go. Right, let's just get the mic up there. That's the Pear Shaped in the way in a bit. Right, get your mic going, Elvis. There we go, right? And, of course, because it was Burns Night that we're celebrating, come on, bring it over, Elvis. There you go. It's the bottle of Glenfiddich, yeah? So, and we've got a little number that we recorded earlier with Elvis.
He looks a lot thinner than he used to be.
What? Never mind. Just getting warmed up, just getting in the zone.
Hound dog.
So, we're going to do a tune that hasn't got any copyright on it, which is written by Robbie Burns, which is A Man's a Man for All That. And I discussed it earlier with Elvis, and he's going to do some he's going to improvise it because he just can't get his head around the accent, right? Doing it on Scottish. So here we go. It's A Man's a Man for All That, the tune. Having it large. This is what you missed on Burns Night.
Thank you very much.
Sorted, eh?
Handle.
Fab. Fab. So, there you go. Man's a man for all that. How about that?
That was very nice. That's the best I've ever heard Robbie Burns sound. Rabby Burns.
Rabby Burns.
Rabbit Burns or Robert Burns. Or third degree. Where are we? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a one for the money.
Can't sing any more than that, otherwise we'll get banned for copyright.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
We'll have to pay.
For all that, yeah,
Well, we
that's
had
well
our-
out of copyright, that one, yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have this is a big moment. We would like to present to you the one and only Becky Fury, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, welcome to my show. It's called Cunt. I've actually decided to wear glasses for this bit because there seems to be a bit of confusion because I'm using a profane word as the title of my show that people think I'm a fucking idiot. So I thought maybe I would wear glasses to demonstrate to people that obviously I'm very intelligent, and that's one of the reasons that I'm using the word cunt, because I'm actually quite clever. But don't tell anyone. Well, actually, I am making it more obvious now. I'm trying to make it more obvious. I wear glasses. And obviously that signifies intelligence. See, if I just say the word cunt like that, you're a cunt. The Prime Minister, he's a cunt. I just look like just a communal garden idiot. But let's try that again with glasses. The Prime Minister is a cunt. There we go. That actually makes me look like Laura Königsberg, or someone that should be the editor of BBC News, and that I'm actually making some kind of coherent political analysis if I say it like that. Anyway, let me get on with my show. I've taken my glasses off because it's just, I don't know, like this. So they're just pissed on my face, like an angle. Doesn't make me look very intelligent, does it? What about like that? Is that better? So the word cunt. In the beginning was the word, and the word was cunt. And actually, I'm going to talk about the use of the word cunt in English language. So I'm going to put the glasses on. Put the glasses on. Right. So the word cunt. The first use of the word cunt, it dates back to the 11th century when it was used as a street name, Grope Cunt Lane, which is or was a real English street name from the 14th century. Unfortunately, no longer a real street because they steal the joy in fucking cunting everything. Okay, cunt, take 2. I think I'll take these off as well. I think this is what's causing the problem. So anyway, Grope Cunt Lane. There is a consensus about the fact this is the first written use of the word cunt in the English language. But there is a lack of consensus around whether the cunt that is being referred to is the cunt being groped or the cunt doing the groping. The actual original, well, not the original, but it did actually make an appearance before that. This is the second appearance of the word cunt in the sort of global history of language, in fact. It was the word cunnus. There we are. The word cunnus, which was, in fact, the first use of the word in English. And actually it's Latin, but at that point the word began to have derogatory sexist meanings, and it became simultaneously a word that meant vagina, but also prostitute, and most disgustingly of all, it meant the word woman. But the earliest citing, probably the original use of the word cunt, actually comes from Sanskrit and the 18th century, when it was actually a word which was a word for a Hindu goddess, and she was called Cunty. The great cunt of the universe, from whom all the cunty things did spring. Cunt, take 3. I put the glasses back on because I can't really blame them. It's not their fault. The goddess Cunty, and that's where we were, who is a real or mythological goddess from the from 800 BC. That's not before COVID, before Christ. And although it does feel like it was that long since COVID started, the goddess Cunty, the great cunt of the universe, from whenceforth all the cunty things did spring. Yes, including you. I mean, really, if we think about it, I mean, clearly a male god, if this whole thing was made by a god, it wasn't made by a male god, was it? All on his own, although maybe that's why it's a bit of a pile of wank. And there's that feminist thing, isn't there? Who runs the world? Girls. It's like what Beyonce sings, who runs the world, girls? Clearly it isn't, because if it was girls that ran the world, it probably wouldn't be such a mess. I mean, in mainstream society, men aren't even allowed to stay at home and look after children for a weekend. And they've been running society for 2,000 years. Might explain why it's such a fucking tip. Waiting for the women to come and tidy it up. Anyway, yeah, the use of the word cunt in Latin, which is also the language of the law and public schools and things, where all the boys that run things go to, the word cunt began to have a slur term meaning, had a negative connotation to it when it moved from the Sanskrit to the Latin. And this continued through the Middle Ages, when the Catholic clergy, who weren't getting laid, basically decided that a woman's genitals were a potent source of evil. And they described it as the Cunus Diaboli, the devilish cunt. Yes, that includes you. I mean, I was thinking about it. Actually, the word cunt, given the context, is actually perfect for describing high-powered politicians, because they're something that functions outside the law of rationality and controls men, just like a woman's cunt. So, in conclusion, okay, I need to round this up. We try to act like a good cunt, not a shit cunt. And if you can, you can. And if you can't, you can't. You can't. Celebrate the fact that everyone's a cunt. Doesn't matter about your colour or creed or anything like that. Or whatever bullshit you believe in. Everyone is capable of acting like a massive cunt. Can I show the picture of the massive cunt? No. You are 10,000 years, man, of evolutionary successes made from stardust and shit. And like pure fucking orgasmic vibrations of the Big Bang, man. Fucking act like it, you massive cunt.
There she was, the wonderful Becky Fury. Wasn't she great? Fantastic. Now, I sneezed and realised that I hadn't taken an allergy tablet. I'd taken a laxative. Certainly ruined our hot tub party. Yeah. When I got stuck potholing, I realised that I hadn't taken an anxiety tablet. I'd taken a Viagra. Yeah, certainly was stuck between a rock and a hard place. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to introduce to you the wonderful Cole Parker's LA Report.
You're muted.
You're muted.
This is Cole Parker reporting unmuted, live from the apocalypse. How you guys doing? How's the Armageddon, wherever the fuck you are? Hey, you know what's surprising me most about this Armageddon? The amount of unnecessary complaints I'm hearing. That's what's really freaking me out. You know, I don't hear many people complaining about climate crisis or the fact that we're sitting at a nuclear Armageddon with Russia. No. You get someone's pronoun wrong, watch them freak the fuck out. It's amazing. It really is. And I apologise to anyone who's thee or them if I've got your pronoun wrong. I'm a 48-year-old man who's had his entire life been conditioned to only pluralise something if there's more than one of them. So I apologise if I get that wrong. If you're struggling to figure out if there's more than one of you, here's a simple little question you can figure out if there's more than one of you. If you was to book a flight, how many seats would you need to book on that plane for yourself? There's your fucking answer. Good. So, where are we? What's happening? Well, here in America, it's all gone to shit, as usual. The January 6th Select Committee, they're still wading through all the shit. You probably remember last year, all the guys that broke into the Capitol building, 5 people dead, another 5 killed with suicide. It's insane. Bit of a shit show. But who could have predicted that a presidency held by a racist, 4-time bankrupt, compulsive lying, science-denying, nepotistic, narcissistic, serial sex case, criminal and traitor would end so fucking badly? Hey, who could have known that was going to happen? Still 30% of Americans are unvaccinated. 30% are unvaccinated in this country. And I've got a friend of mine, and it's all the same reasons. She says she doesn't want to put anything bad inside her body. My body, I've got to protect my body. And I'm like, you fuck strangers that you meet online. You eat Del Taco. I don't think Del Taco's made it over to the UK yet. It's like the cheapest of the cheap of the fast food outlets, right? It's literally fucking cat food with cilantro in that some genius figured out that Americans will buy it if you sell it to them with the fucking cartoon on the side of the wrapper. It's fucking amazing what happens over here. Some people aren't getting their vaccine because of a religious exemption, which to me is crazy. How can your God deny you something when religions were written thousands of years ago and virology's only been known about for about a century and a half? How can your God ban something that wasn't even in fucking existence when he was made up? It doesn't make any sense to me. If your God doesn't want you to take a vaccine that will protect you from a disease that's killing millions of people, then how do they feel about you wearing seatbelts when you're driving a car? Or when you cross the street, you're allowed to open your fucking eyes. It just sounds like your God doesn't like you very much. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, I'm a bit bitter. I went over to the UK over New Year and I caught the Rona. And I had to isolate with my Brexit voting parents for 2 fucking weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks of GB News. Didn't even know that was an actual thing. In fact, I watched so much GB News, I've written a GB News joke. Here you go. How many drowned immigrants does it take to get sympathy from a GB News anchor? I don't know yet. I haven't got a fucking clue. Ha 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 ha. Good. Is this going well at your end? It seems like it's fucking cooking over here. I was also slightly taken aback with the amount of pushback there was against Tony Blair's knighthood. I'd like to remind everyone that knighthoods aren't just for war criminals. I mean, Jimmy Savile got one. Mick Jagger got one. It's not like the accolade is any kind of demonstration of moral fortitude. In fact, being knighted is probably a sign that you're definitely a cunt. I get offered one every fucking year. So calm down. That's all I'm saying, folks. Good. Turned 48 when I was in the UK as well, or as I like to call it, 40 fucking 8. I was never supposed to live this long. I took so many drugs in my 20s and 30s and 40s that I didn't think I'd be around. If you watch the TV show Narcos on Netflix, episode 3, season 1, you see Pablo Escobar's back garden. There's a beautiful sort of Greek statue in the back garden. I paid for that. Been a comedian for 24 years. You're probably thinking, wow, 24 years, I've never heard of you. You must be shit. No, I've moved. That's what it is. I mainly do the ships now. That's what's going on with me. I've become that kind of comedian. I mainly do cruise ships now, which is fucking depressing, frankly, because I sit in a lot of saunas, which means I see a lot of dicks, like literally a lot of swinging balls and dicks. Old American men. I've got so much confidence. Most men will cover themselves up in a sauna, towel, shorts, something. Older American men know, just legs at 10 to 2 and an unbroken stare. Haven't seen so much chicken skin on cherry tomatoes since I was last at a fucking Harvester. Well, anyway, you want a report on what's happening over here? It's fucking sunny. There you go. Until next month, this is Cole Parker, live from Armageddon. We're all going to die.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cole Parker. And now this is the introduction you should have had. Now, ladies and gentlemen, from the US of A, it's Mr. Cole Parker, our man in LA. He's been biding his time and trumped all the rest, just like Tina Turner. He's fucking the best. Cole Parker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have just before your headliner, we have a special visit from a member of the most important family in the UK. Thank you.
People often say to me, Charles, as heir to the throne, you have nothing to do. So what do you do today? I design urban towns. So here's Poundbury. Poundbury is a town that I've created. So you can see it's got a poundland, and obviously there's nice water features. It's very important to have water in a town. And there's no zoning either, so you'll notice all the things are squashed together. So there's a photo we use in case one wants one's photo taken, and whatever else one might want. And there's some steps so one can climb up to a higher level of thought. So we go up the steps to the greater level intellectual value and artistic creation that is the one town I have created. Or Townbury, you'll see there is no zoning, so everything everyone could need is all together in one place. There's a restaurant that's not yet open. There's a dentist for if you eat too many sweet things in the restaurant. There's a pub and a wine bar, and right next to the wine bar is a car park, so you can get drunk and whatever. Yeah. Get drunk and then drive home. It's all here. Everything a person could ever need. So come to Poundbury. It is the future of architecture that I have created. Wonderful. This is what I've been doing for 70 years. 70 years to create this place. Marvellous.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're honoured. We are honoured. It's been a great pleasure. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the funniest man in Wales, Mr. Noel James.
Good evening. How are we? I'm just adjusting my neck warmer. You never know where it's meant to be worn these days. There's so many different rules. It's great to be in the gig with you. Excuse my hair. I've just been to the hairdressers, believe it or not. I said, give me a number 2. When I came out, there was a piece of shit on my head. That was the first joke, by the way. My name is Noel, which is a Christmas name because I was born in the month of April. I've got some good news and bad news. The bad news is the last gig I did, the audience hated me and started throwing things at me. The good news is it was a Zoom gig, and so they smashed all their computers. But comedy is subjective, which is why I'd like to subject you to it for the next 10 minutes or so. Some people find it funny when a man steps on a banana and slips. Some people think it's funnier when a man steps in toffee and gets stuck. I think it's funnier when a man steps in banoffee and his leg finds itself in an existential dilemma. But, comedy's not easy. I did a gig recently in Bristol, and it was a bring your own bottle gig, and the entire front row had Molotov cocktails. And I didn't know how I could make people laugh, and you get desperate sometimes. And I spotted these baked beans, a tin of baked beans at the side of the stage. I thought this will be funny. I grabbed the beans, I started eating them through my eyes, and because I thought my eyes are bigger than my stomach, it might work. It didn't work. I went blind. I mean, I could still see things, but only in hindsight. Yes, I love food. I'm on Mary Berry's diet. What was that? It was an earthquake. I'm on Mary Berry's diet at the moment. If I stay on that diet, I too will get to look like a Thunderbird's puppet. I'm actually I come from a long line of comedians. You can still see them outside the job centre. And when I was a teenager, my parents sent me to work for Butlins, and then I switched to Pontins. And then I was back and forth to Butlins, Pontins. It was good fun. I was a turncoat. And what happened was, oh, hold on, I think there's something on the camera lens. Yes, there is. It's my thumb. What happened was, oh, by the way, I just want to express my grief over Meatloaf passed away recently. He was a big role model when I was growing up in South Wales, because there wasn't many fat role models, and I was very fat as a kid. In fact, I formed a tribute act when I was a teenager to Meatloaf that went round the pubs of the valleys, and it went down really well, except nobody liked my stage name, which was Faggot. But my auntie is an Elvis impersonator, and she's very accurate. She's dead. And she wrote a book about Elvis. She wrote this theory of why people think Elvis is still alive. And in the book, the main crux of the theory is that the word Elvis is an anagram of lives. So then it's in people's subconscious that Elvis lives, And you might have seen her name around the pubs, Sheba Lufkin is her real name. Sheba Lufkin, which is an anagram of fucking bullshit. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to swear here, but it's a problem for me because I've got Tourette's. I've also got Flourette's syndrome. Broccoli. No, I have got serious problems. I suffer from multiple personality disorder, but it's okay, I don't. I've been to the doctors, and the doctor asked me if I had thoughts of suicide. I said yes, but luckily not my own. It's my granny's, actually. Well, you see, COVID's been very tough on us all as a family. I mean, at the start of 2020, who'd have thought, this unprecedented pandemic would lead to this? I remember doing my last gig at that time, and I was going around the front row and shaking the hands of everybody, and then I'd say, I've just come back from China, and everybody laughed. Of course, they're not laughing now. Well, they're all dead. They can't laugh now, but I didn't know the etiquette, did I? I mean, I just literally come back from China, and I didn't know the etiquette. I mean, I'd etiquette a dog and a pangolin while I was there, and anyway, we couldn't go on holiday during lockdown. And we wanted to take Granny on a special holiday to Switzerland. I mean, she wanted to go, we nudged her a little bit into going, but we couldn't go, Good job the company in Switzerland sent some special pills over for her it would recreate the holiday in her mind. Well, it wasn't that good. There were suppositories, actually. Like euthanasia by the back door, really, when you think about it. But I don't know what you think about these anti-vaxxers. I got into a fight with some anti-vaxxers the other day. I lost the fight, but I did get a couple of jabs in. And I gave him a booster, you know. I said, your hair's nice. No. Actually, that was a ridiculous thing to say because he was a skinhead. Skinhead. Must have been an agoraphobic skinhead. He said, you and me now, inside. It's a cruel world. Christmas was good, though. I didn't know what to give anybody, so I just got all these artificial legs. So I thought they'd be a good stocking filler. I was given a vibrating card table. It's a game changer. You probably gathered by my accent, I am Swedish. My mother was a Swede, my father was a parsnip, and I still go to Sweden. I love the food, although I was once offered a smorgasbord, and I'm not messing around with the supernatural. Well, I actually went to a Welsh medium school. Yeah, I mean, first of all, it was the same school as Sherlock Holmes, elementary school, and it was a Welsh medium school in the sense that I was taught things by ghosts from the 1800s, which were channeled through a teacher who was in a trance at the time, Mr. Davis, the best Welsh medium I ever came across. Of course, the fact that he was in a trance, he didn't realise I'd come across him. It didn't matter. I mean, when he woke up, he thought it was ectoplasm. It was rectoplasm, actually. What are you saying? Sorry, I turn into Woody Allen sometimes. I think that's something else to go and see the doctor about. You see, I was a hypochondriac for many years. I'm all right now. I got cancer, but I do not trust my doctor. He took a stethoscope one time. He put it on my chest and he listened. Then he turned my right nipple. Ow! Then he turned my left nipple. And then he tried to open a door to get the money. I don't know. Maybe I was dreaming. I remember I went to the doctor one time with a cough, and he said to me, well, I said to him, well, somebody said something. It was a bloody good joke if it could be remembered, you know. My girlfriend, she really pisses my wife off. I met her on a dating site. She said she was 25. When I met her in the flesh, turns out she was 85. But that was okay. It was a carbon dating site. And she said her name was Frankie. But when I met her in the flesh, I realised that was short for Frankenstein. I took one look. I thought one of us has been stitched up. I knew she liked food. The first thing she said to me was, will you take me for breakfast at Tiffany's in New York? I thought, bugger that. I took her for breakfast at Stephanie's in Newport. I bought her a bowl of porridge. Well, it's haute cuisine, isn't it? Haute cuisine. I'm melting. I did phone because I got down during lockdown. I phoned the Samaritans, and I said, "Hello, can you help me?" This is my telephone, by the way. I'm just miming my own business at the moment. I said, I'm very depressed. Look, I'm not getting any gigs. I'm not funny anymore. I've got no pension. I've got no money coming in. I haven't got a car. I don't know what I'm going to do. The Samaritan said, well, I think you should just kill yourself. I said, well, kill myself? I thought you were the Samaritans and you're meant to help. He said, you're looking for the good one. It's his day off today. Oh, there you go. At least somebody's got to have a holiday sometime, isn't he? You know. Oh, dear. I meet people like that all the time. I once went into a lost property office. There was an old man behind the counter. I said, is this the lost property office? He looked at me. He said, at last you found us. But since New Year, I've got a new hobby now. It's a very obscure hobby. I make my own tiddlywinks. To be honest, it's counterproductive. And what happened was, I also make my own fireworks, and I think it's time to reach the climax of my set now, ladies and gentlemen. Some fireworks for this pear-shaped show, and the end of my set. Obviously, health and safety, they have to be low-budget fireworks. Here we go. Let's see if this works. Oh, look at that. Oh. And that's a wrap. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to meet you in person one day and hand out some signed explanations of all these jokes. But until that time, I just want to say thanks awfully. Thanks. And I'll hand you back to Brian and Krysstal. Bye-bye.
It's me, Noel James. Ladies and gentlemen, you were very lucky this evening. You saw, the very first act you saw was...
Robert White.
Robert White, ladies and gentlemen. Robert White. Thank you, Robert White. And in case you're wondering who Robert White was, because it was so long ago...
Mum's there out there, saying my jokes are annoying. Having one more biscuit, which is never just one more biscuit, and talking through films I'm enjoying. Complaining about the fridge door, and reminding me of my age, and saying yes, she is proud of me, but still my hair looks strange. She's asking questions about people from Facebook she doesn't even know, complaining about me swearing and walking very slow. She's asking why I have no watch, although I'm fully grown, as I make her wait, turn up late when I go home. We now see clouds, but soon a silver lining. Mum, when this is all over, I need you to do my ironing.
The one and only Robert White. Yes, that was definitely Robert, and he's definitely white. And he was followed by... Who?
Dickie Dido!
Dickie Dido! Dickie, give a wave, Dickie.
Hello, everybody.
And there we go. That's Dickie's message for you. Dickie Dido, ladies and gentlemen. Plumber to the stars. It's never from my fucking bathroom. That was one of his replies there. Followed by...
2 mins of pat and mass.
2 mins of pat and mass, ladies and gentlemen. 2 mins of pat and mass.
Hi, Sean.
Catherine, hello, and hat. Welcome. 2 minutes of Pat Math. Catherine?
Yeah?
What is your favourite colour?
Purple. I love purple. I like it. I think it's great.
Purple?
Yeah.
Wrong.
Why is it wrong? How's it wrong? What's wrong with it?
It's wrong, isn't it? Purple. The right answer, in case you're wondering, any colour except purple. Why have you picked purple?
I like yellow as well.
Yeah, don't try and backtrack now. It's the courage of your convictions. Man up.
Okay.
Why do you like purple?
I'm just drawn to it. You know, like a bull to a red rag. You know, like a moth to a yellow flame.
See?
Like a Catherine to something that's purple.
All right. Well, you're still wrong. Interesting fact, though, now you've mentioned purple, a lot of people say purple doesn't rhyme with anything.
No, I don't think it does actually, does it?
Yeah, it does.
What?
Turple.
What if that's not a word though?
Yeah, it is.
What does it mean?
It's like a wolf, but abroad.
Where abroad?
Several places. Kerple,
Well, what does that mean?
a house.
What? What kind of house? Where?
From abroad.
Okay. What's your favourite colour?
Black.
Oh, okay.
The poetry that is Two Minutes of Pat Math. It's nice to have some intellectual stuff each episode, I think. And they were followed, ladies and gentlemen, by...
Oh, there was some bird doing something about being vegan.
Oh, was that Krysstal? Ah, no, forget about that. What, that one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. That's, fucking vegans. Oh, how many vegans does it take to put a fucking light bulb in? I don't fucking know either. Oh, Dickie, you could no, the other Dickie, Mr. Dickie Richards, you're supposed to do a fucking punchline to that.
I was going to say they don't have light bulbs.
What?
They don't have light bulbs because they eat too many carrots.
Glasses on. Everybody's got glasses
Yeah, they
on.
don't need light bulbs.
Yeah.
No, it just takes one of them because they're highly efficient and caring people.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So,
Well, don't they?
do you know any?
I would have thought of vegans get annoyed because they try and use them garlic bulbs, but none of them work.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, what it should be is how many vegans does it take to upset a light bulb? Isn't it? Just one.
Just one, yeah.
Yeah.
One.
How many vegans are cunts? All of them.
Oh, that's nice.
Very much.
Yeah, two vegans walked into a pub, right? And the bloke said, I was expecting a couple of cunts. Is that any good?
Writes itself.
Huh?
It writes itself,
I
doesn't
don't like the C word because it's rude, isn't it? I mean, it's we've got a bunch of come on, for fuck's sake, read my mind, will you? Right, there you go.
You should have seen the cesspit we played the other night.
Oh, yes.
They made us feel as welcome as a lorry load of shite. Ramona's on the left-hand side, Levers on the right. We sang this little ditty before we said goodnight. What a bunch. What a bunch, what a bunch, what a bunch. What a bunch. What a bunch, what a bunch, what a bunch. What a bunch. What a bunch, what a bunch, what a bunch. What a bunch, what a bunch of cunts. Here's a song for Boris and all the other chumps who messed up the referendum and left us down the dumps. Well, thank you, Mr. Johnson, for everything you've done. It's only fair to tell you all, you're just a bunch of cunts. What a bunch, 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 what a bunch of cunts.
That's the kind of thing we don't want in here. Cunts. And ladies and gentlemen, what happened?
We had Al Mandolino there.
Al Mandolino.
And Elvis.
And the star.
You and Elvis, I have to say, were brilliant this week. I don't know what the fuck has gone wrong. I don't know if you started taking drugs or what the fuck it is. But it was brilliant. It was, so can we have a word from Elvis, please?
Yeah, we missed it. I've got a call back for Elvis as well. It's his Tam O'Shanter, which I forgot to put on during his set. You see,
Don't worry, no one noticed.
Lennon's back there. Yeah, I was so hyped up, man, and in the moment, I forgot to put the Tam O'Shanter on. But there it is. How about
brilliant.
that?
Do you know we've been working together. We've been working together for how many fucking years? How many years? We've been
About 15 years. Yeah.
I've only just found out you're funny. That was fucking great. That was
A
great.
little help from
I enjoyed that. So,
And it looks like you're in the safari room of Graceland, doesn't it? It's like the safari room.
He's got fucking Elvis and Leonard Cohen in the same. Al, I'm proud of you. Well
Thank
done. You're Mark. You stormed it. All the audience loved it. Fucking
It made
both
me
of
laugh.
them.
I loved it.
Right. Yeah, Dickie loved it.
Yeah.
And the other Dickie loved it. And
I
we
loved it.
So,
I
well
loved it.
done.
Yeah,
Well
thank
done.
you.
So
I had
basically,
no
it was only
idea
dicks
you've got
that
a
liked
fucking
it.
personality. I had no idea. Well done.
Well,
King Great. It was King Great.
Elvis's whiskey as well here. You see, this is
That was
it's
great,
quite
yeah.
funny. This is 10-year-old. Well, it was 10-year-old whiskey when I bought it, but I stopped drinking 13 years ago. So that's
I know
25-year-old
exactly
malt
what
whiskey.
you should do with that bottle. Al.
What are they? What's that?
I think I can dispose it. I can
I'll put
recycle it for you.
Yeah. Well, I'll maybe pass it on.
Anyway,
if you're calling
The
back.
old recycling centre, Brian.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough banter. Let's I don't like
Enough
banter.
banter.
Fucking
Yeah,
banter.
we're trying to do a roll
banter.
call. I'm trying to get.
Come on,
banter.
Yeah.
Hello, mate.
Put
What's
Elvis
your
away. Go
name?
on,
What's your
Stealing
name?
the
Do you
show.
like bantering? I love a bit of banter. Me and banter is my middle name.
So after Al, we had Becky, but Becky's disappeared again.
We had Becky Fury, ladies and gentlemen. Becky Fury, give her a big round of applause. Thank you, Becky. Hey. She's arrived and she's left. She's you know what women are like. They never know whether they're coming or going.
Yeah, if she shows up, I'll bring her in. If not.
And I did. So I did the intro, didn't I? In arrears.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, then we were very lucky to have, now, ladies and gentlemen, the US of A, Mr. Cole Parker, our man in LA. Cole Parker.
I wasn't great. It's all right. You guys were great. No,
You're always great.
No.
And
you guys,
do you know what I like about you? Do you know what I like about you? Your modesty.
What?
Your modesty.
Right.
Every time you come on, you're great, and you go, "Oh, that was fucking rubbish.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gone wrong with me."
No, it's wonderful.
I think you're just looking for sympathy. You just want some fucking red boy to come round.
I want an
and
older
be
man
nice
to touch me and to
Yeah.
make me feel better about
Right.
myself. That's what I'm after. That's what I wanted. I've got a question for
What?
Mr. Richards.
Go on.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, right. Now, I don't know what I'm sounding like to you guys in a audio sense. Everyone's, obviously, you guys are all in the UK. You're the only one, Dickie, that sounds like you're flying a fucking helicopter when you talk. Like your headset sounds, it sounds cool, it works.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you're in a device.
I'm in a Chinook.
A Chinook.
I'm not aware of it. I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. I mean, the aircon's on. That's all. Maybe it's that.
I'm the only one not wearing glasses. I just realised as well. Look at that.
Yeah, that's why I put my shades on. Everyone else has got glasses on. You got to get shades on, Cole. Yeah.
Oh, you look like Maureen Lipman, mate. You look like when she did those BT adverts back in the late '80s. Remember them?
When she had AIDS.
Oh, I wasn't going to go that far, but now he said it. Yeah, fuck it. When she had AIDS, yeah.
Right, on that awkward note.
Oh, don't end on that. That sounds. I feel terrible now. Al was brilliant.
It does. Yeah. It does, but I think we've excelled this evening.
Oh, Christ. You know what? Everybody.
We're not afraid to fail, are we? None of us.
No.
Fail
That's
every
what
week.
this is all about. You don't have to be funny to be a comedian. That's fucking obvious, isn't it?
Well, that was a marvellous show. I must say, I really enjoyed it. I thought everybody was absolutely hilarious.
But I could see you enjoyed something, yes.
In fact, I'm so happy that I would actually like to pay something.
Yes,
but I don't know. I don't know where to start. Actually, normally I have a little man who deals with the money for me, but he got in a fit of laughing and he seems to have disappeared somewhere.
I know how to do it.
So, how do I pay?
Scan the QR code or follow the link.
Well, that was Pear Shaped in Dystopia. Wednesday night at 8:30, once a month. Pear Shaped, and we hope y'all thought the show was really great. Last Wednesday of the month. Pear Shaped, if the comics made you grin. Feel free to chuck a fiver in the bin.
Or 10 or more.
Pear Shaped in Dystopia. Wednesday night at 8:30. When does it run?
Oh my goodness, it's just
Wednesday night
dear.
at 8:30.
There you are.
Is it next week?
Wednesday night. No, end of the month, dear. End of the month.
Next month, the end of the month.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Well, I shall be here, so
Yes,
thank
you
you
will.
for everything.
It's all right.
And I'm just trying to figure out how to pay.
Well, you've been told, dear, if you haven't worked
Thank
out
you.
by now.
No, it's not the end of the
It's the
month.
first
it's the
Wednesday.
beginning of the month.
Yeah, we
it's
decided.
changed.
Yeah.
It's 2022, and things are going to be different. And like the Conservatives, we have decided to make the North equal. What do you think, Dickie?
Which one?
Yeah,
The Northern one.
The North. I help. No. Oh, no.
You're going to have a fucking underground in every city up north. And
What, a
there's
mine?
gonna
That's
be
a mine, though, isn't it?
miracles.
They've had a daytime years ago.
Yeah, they've been getting coal out of them for fucking years, isn't they?
And all
Good
the-
mines,
all-
but
Poor people up north are going to be equal to poor people in London. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a miracle. I'm so glad I voted for Boris. It's going to change everything for everyone. I love that, man.
What do you mean, Armageddon? Yeah.
Yeah. I hope he's a fucking geddon. Yeah.
What's he going
My
to be getting?
hero. I want to go on GB News and fucking talk about it to all
I've
these
got a story. I've got a Boris
fucking
story
Ramona
for you.
cunts. What?
He went into. So my daughter now, she's working in Harrods in London. She's working in in the kitchens.
Right.
No. She's only in the kitchen. She's like an assistant sous chef or something. Boris came in apparently about a month ago and insisted on going back and meeting everyone and saying hello. And I'm pleased
shaking
to
their
announce.
hands.
Well, he wanted them to, just thank everyone for the wonderful work they're doing. And like they were making fucking
like he's in
cakes
the
right in
room,
Harrods. Yeah. And apparently, I'm proud to say, my daughter sat there when he came in, stony face, wouldn't look at him, didn't want to get up and meet him or shake his hand. Oh, well done, George. You're not just a prick to me. It's also members of the establishment. That's good. Carry on, sorry. Just the story.
Good on her. Good on her.
Yeah.
Good on her.
So you smuggled her out of the country then?
She's got out. A green card come through miraculously, but I think she might
Right.
be arrested if she tries to get back in the country. I really don't know what's going on with her. So, like,
Right.
I really don't know.
But
So
she's okay.
rolling the dice.
Yeah. The thing is, she's okay. She's all right. Yeah.
She's. I think she's better off out of the States than in it. When she was over here, she just got up to fuckery. When she's back in the UK, she's got a good job. She's working hard.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, good.
So,
Good. All right. That's good.
good. How are all your kids? Everyone else is good. Al, that kid you've got, do you ever give him back or do you keep him?
Al's He's very quiet when you talk to him about kids. He won't.
He won't open up.
Any
It's
questions?
weird because normally.
Don't go there with family now.
You know, when you start talking about kids and his wallet tightens up.
You know, Jimbo and I are from like within about 6 miles of each other. We're probably related, you know.
Right.
Right.
And you probably still are 6
Yeah,
miles
yeah.
from each other. Well, he's in Uxbridge, so it's not that far.
Where are you, Dickie Dido? Where are you coming from?
What?
Where are you coming? Where are you?
Right.
Where are you?
What planet are you on?
You know what? Even I don't know right about now. It's like I've just had a big spliff. No, where am I? Well, Liverpool, aren't I? So, you know.
Is that
what you asked? Was that the question?
The Hartlepool of the South.
The Hartlepool of the South. No, it's the shithole of the North, of all of you know.
Isn't that
Allegedly.
just the norm?
Yeah, it's crazy up here. Well, no, it's just normal, isn't it? We'll all get back to normal sooner or later. Spread our diseases around, because let's face it, that's what the idea was to begin with, wasn't it? Just spread it around, we'll all catch it, herd immunity, and we
Well,
get
they've
back to
succeeded with
shagging our
us.
cousins.
That's what
Hey?
we've got. That's why we're not funny tonight. Normally,
Have
we're
you got
hilarious.
it? Have you got the Rona? Do you
Got
think
it
you
right
got
now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right now.
oh shit, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's we've how long I've had it.
You
about-
tested positive on Saturday. I tested positive on Monday.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you
So it
positive?
should be about
And
between
it's
7 and 10
fucking
days.
weird.
Then you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I if it's the same variant, I caught it over Christmas with my mum and my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it lasted for like 7 or 8 days. It wasn't too bad. It's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
so
man.
glad we've waited until now. We spent 2 years trying to fucking avoid it, and all of a sudden we've got it. But we're both fully jabbed and boosted and whatever. And people say to me, "Oh, I've got a gig. I want you to give someone a lift. For 3 or 4 hours?" And I go, "Well, if they're fully jabbed and fucking boosted and happy to wear a mask in the car, they're welcome. If they're not interested, they can fuck off."
Quite right.
So it's but yeah, no, we've got it, and it's been fucking peculiar.
I'm sorry, mate.
Every day is different. It is the
A friend of mine over the road, he's had it, and the son's had it, but no, the wife hasn't had it, and his daughter hasn't had it. But
Right.
they all live in the same house, and
Really?
I seen him the other
Really?
day, and he said to me, "All he can smell at the moment is burnt smells. That's it, nothing else."
You might be
His
having a
house was
really
on
long
fire at the
stroke.
time, but I mean, sorry. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Yeah.
We can start laughing now.
It was there,
Show's
wasn't it?
over.
I didn't bring this gold, but we're starting. Right.
You say that. My missus didn't catch it, and we were sharing a bed, and my nephew didn't catch it. Everyone called it, apart from and my wife, as I say, she was sleeping next to me. She didn't get it, so it's not.
I have heard of instances of that in the last few days that some people just don't get it. Even though it was quite weird when I first got it, and Vicky hadn't got it, and then it took a couple of days.
I
Didn't
know.
it?
I tried to be separate rooms and wearing masks and washing
yeah,
my hands
we
every
were-
5 minutes, but I still
No
got it,
sex,
so.
no sex, no touching.
No, we gave that up years ago.
Well,
It's a
that
fucking
is-
waste
that's
of time.
normal,
isn't
that
it?
is.
I'd rather have a nice cup of tea like Pie George.
Yeah.
Not make your willy sore though.
What, a cup of tea?
Yeah,
Too
it's
hot, not too
yeah.
hot.
Sorry. There's no need for that at all. This might protect you guys from another variant down the road. That's the thing. If you're going to catch one, catch the Omicron, it's the weak one, and then if something like the death one comes along, you might be protected against that. So
yeah,
cling to
Yeah,
that.
I mean, you can get it more than once.
Thank
I mean,
fuck
you know,
it's
people have got
taken
it
all this
several
time.
times.
It was if we'd have caught it before, because I'm on the list of sensitive subjects.
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable. I'm a sensitive artist, unlike the rest of you, and so it's been pretty weird the last couple of years, just making sure we avoid it. All of a sudden, fucking got it.
Did you trace back to where? Do you know where you got it from?
Not really.
We have a very good idea where we
Yeah,
Okay.
we did mix with too many fucking people, and I was not.
You didn't always wear his
I
mask.
wasn't 100% careful with my mask.
Cock.
So mostly I was, but
Yeah.
Sister's boyfriend, second day back in the UK. On what they had like another Christmas dinner for me because I couldn't arrive until the 29th. So my mum and dad, sister, boyfriend, and nephew, and I had this big Christmas dinner for me. And my present was the coronavirus. That's what my sister's fellow gave me. Sat right next to me and told me, "I'm not feeling very well at the moment. I might not talk much."
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Good.
It's like the start of a horror movie, isn't it?
Coughing over my dinner. My first roast dinner for 3 years.
I have to go to the loo. Is it all right if I go to the loo, Al?
Yeah, fine.
The luau? What's that? What, are you having some sort of Hawaiian thing?
Well, we didn't want to.
Look, Elvis is Hawaii. Luau.
You ever seen that movie, that Elvis movie?
I think I have. I think I've over the
Hawaii
year I've probably
one.
seen all of them. But yeah, the Hawaii. My mum used to have an album, the Blue. I'm sure it's called Blue Hawaii's like Elvis album. Fantastic. Yeah, very good. I wish I still had it now. I'd play a bit. Sorry.
I can't think of any songs off it.
I've got a South Pacific album somewhere.
I bet you have.
Have you? Yeah, and my grandmother's, you know.
I remember the South Pacific album. Yeah, we had that.
Yeah, wash that man right out of my hair.
Yeah.
All that shit. Do you know what that was about?
Oh yeah.
The song. Wash.
Oh yeah.
See?
Yeah. It was obvious, isn't it? It's obvious.
No, because the man, you know, because the old the GI, you know, the army man, you know, when he was with a young lady, you know, he'd have to pull out, wouldn't he? You know. So they'd have to watch that man right out of my. That's true, by the way. You Google that shit.
Is that right? Yeah.
Not in front of the wife, though.
Just
well done,
one of those
Brian
Cavern
Krysstal.
Club jokes, you know. I mean, it's a bit.
I think there's no. See, Brian he might be able to agree or disagree with that last statement from me.
What statement?
Oh, we can't repeat it.
Why not? We've had so many cunts on this show tonight. We may as well. You know, it doesn't matter, does it? We're not censored.
Who's going to notice now?
lot of anger on tonight's show.
There was a
a lot of anger about vaginas.
Becky's great.
Yeah, that's passion. Mate. It's passion.
I had a lot of a lot of problems with her video, and also with Noel James, and I've spent all fucking day today pouncing around because I edited Becky's video and she got pissed off. She didn't like it. I should have asked.
Yes.
Basically, I should have just asked. I thought I was helping.
We're still live, so do you want me to end the broadcast yet?
No, that's all right. So I just sort of tidied it up a bit, as carefully as possible.
You tidied up her cunt? Is that what you're telling us?
I tried, yeah.
Tried to trim
Difficult
it.
job.
Yeah.
Big
I
job.
tried to trim it.
Trim it.
Black sack and crack wax.
She said, no, I'd rather you use the original, and my fucking...
Leave my cunt alone, Brian.
Exactly. And my
Don't blame her.
computer collapsed about 3 or 4 times. I know.
But the beginning of her video had no
I
sound
couldn't
on
do
it.
Noel's thing, he said, oh, that last bit at the end, the fucking...
Bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap thing. He said it doesn't sound right. He said you can either cut it out or replace the sound. I've been fucking around all day with fucking bubble wrap sound effects and with trying to Becky's original video. The main problem was the sound was so low at the beginning. You would have heard nothing for about 3 minutes.
This is why you should do. You know what you do, Brian, Krysstal? Because you know you do a lot of work in this, and we all appreciate everything that you do, apart from Al. But what happens?
Yeah. Well, I mean, speak for yourselves. You know, I'd say.
Right. Listen, make the cunts come on live. Make the cunts come on live. No nonsense.
No, in the end, I had to say to Becky, I said either. I said, look, I can't do it. I'm running out of time. I've got fucking COVID. I'll be dead in a week. And I said, mate, you've got a choice. You either do it. You either use the edit that I've done, which was only so you could hear it. The volume was up, right? Yeah. I said I can't do the other thing because my computer keeps fucking collapsing. And I said,
do it live.
Or you can do it live. And I said, by the way, I got COVID.
Come round.
So I was fucking feeling like shit. And also I had Noel's thing, which I promised. I said, I'll sort out that end bit. I couldn't do it. So, you know.
It was fine. It was fine.
But I've been on.
Yeah.
I've been on the fucking computer
Brian.
all day, getting nothing done. And
Listen.
feeling like shit.
Brian,
What's going
look,
on,
you should
man?
know by now, Brian, you can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig.
On that note, I'm.
Are you having a go at our podcast?
I'm ending the.
I'll put lipstick on this fucking pig anytime I want.
I'm ending the live broadcast. You can stay for the chat at the end.
Yeah.
It's been an hour and a half.
Yeah, we're getting
Thanks
rid
for
of
watching, everybody watching.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
Audience,
Thank you.
all
Thank you. Tune in
2,000
again.
of you. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it.